How to crochet the Zig Zag puff stitch. For this stitch, you'll need a crochet hook and a ball of yarn. Special thanks to our sponsor Knit Out of the Box for providing today's yarn. Today we are using their 100% fair trade hand-spun Afghani cashmere in the color Natural White. For this stitch, you'll need to know the following techniques: chain stitch, double crochet, cross stitch, which is a special abbreviation we'll cover in the video, and the puff stitch, which is another special abbreviation. To begin this stitch, you must create a foundation chain in multiples of 6 plus 2. Now to begin this stitch, we're going to start with a prep row. So the first thing we'll do is a double crochet. We'll yarn over and we're going to go into the 7th chain from our hook. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go right into there and work our double crochet. Now what we're going to do is another double crochet in the previous chain stitch that we skipped right here, this last one. So we're going to yarn over and we're going to cross in front of this double crochet and go right into the stitch beforehand. And this is our cross stitch that we talked about earlier. So you can see it's one double crochet crossed in front of another. Okay, it looks kind of like that. Now we are going to chain 1, and this will start our repeat. Then we will skip a stitch, which is this one right here, and we are going to do a puff stitch into the next stitch. So we're going to yarn over and then we will pick up a loop in the stitch and draw it through, and we kind of want to make it an elongated stitch like this. So we'll yarn over. We're going to do this a total of 3 times and draw through. So again, draw some yarn through to make that a little bit longer, and we'll do that one more time for a total of 3 times, and that should give us 7 loops on our hook. Then we're going to yarn over and draw through all of the loops on our hook together. This yarn's a little bit tricky because it's so thick and thin, and that creates our puff. See? So now we're going to continue by doing a chain stitch, and we will skip the next 2 chains, 1, 2, and do a double crochet into the next stitch. We're going to be performing another cross stitch here, that's why we skipped 2 chains. And then we will do our cross in front into the previous stitch that was skipped right here, and work another double crochet. Ta-da! So this is going to finish our repeat. So we'll repeat this sequence until we reach the last stitch in our prep row. Alright, so we're going to finish up our row by doing a double crochet into the last chain, and then we're going to turn our work. Row 1. We're going to begin by chaining 4, and this is going to count as a double crochet and a chain 1. So usually a chain of 3 will count as a double crochet, but we're doing an extra one here. Now what we're going to do is work a cross stitch into the top of this cross stitch here. So we'll yarn over and do our double crochet into the furthest most cross stitch component, and I totally just dropped my yarn. There we go. Then we're going to do the other half of the cross stitch. Remember, we're crossing in front of our double crochet here into the previous stitch. Like so. And we can see the cross a little bit better on that one there. Okay, now we're going to chain one. And this is going to start our repeat. We'll do a puff stitch into the next puff stitch. So that's going to be this stitch right here. We'll yarn over, and actually it's going to be this stitch. Yarn over and draw through. Make sure we want to elongate that stitch. Yarn over and draw through. Yarn over and draw through. We want to do that a total of 3 times. That'll give us 7 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we'll yarn over and draw through all 7 loops on our hook. Like so. Then we're going to chain 1. And we will continue our repeat here by doing our cross stitch in the next stitch. So we'll skip this first double crochet, go into the next double crochet. Okay, and then work into the one that we skipped before. Make sure that we come in front of the stitch. And that completes the cross stitch. Then we'll chain 1, and this will finish our repeat. So we'll repeat this sequence all the way across until we get to the last stitch in our row. Alright, when we reach the end of our row, we're going to do a double crochet. And whoops, I got a chain 1 here. We'll do a double crochet into the 3rd chain from the top of our turn chain here, and I forgot to yarn over. And that will complete our row. So we're going to now turn our work, and we're going to repeat row 1 until we've reached our desired length. So that's how we crochet the zigzag puff stitch. Want more New Stitch a Day? Check out our website at newstitchaday.com.